Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a late night edition of Speak On It Post Game Live. I am your host, Big Mike. I am shooting remotely. I'm live in Ohio right now. Shout out to Bowling Green. Shout out to Coach Mike Huger. Uh, we are here after a unbelievably stressful Game 7. If you're a fan of either one of those teams, I can't imagine you didn't lose a few gray hairs, didn't sprout some gray hairs after watching that game. But nevertheless, we finally have our finals matchup. Warriors, Celtics. Celtics pull it out 100-96. They will be going to the finals, which start on Thursday. We will have live coverage Thursday. We will be here. We will have a full panel, finals coverage, wall to wall. But that's down the line. Let's get to tonight. You know, I got the fellas on tonight. I got the Mad Producer Podcast Poppy in the building.
It's late. It's been a busy day. NBA fucking Eastern Conference Final Game 7. AEW Double or Nothing. It's 1:30 at the time of this, so this is great. But shout out to me.
This will be short
for being great. For being great at picking both teams, not even both teams correctly, but the length of both series correctly. I'm great.
Keep that energy for the finals where it matters. Keep that energy for the finals. But we are going to just go right on into our Boston correspondent, who we did. He waited for us a little bit, but we made sure to make some time for him because he has been here for this entire run. And we just going to give him the solo spotlight as soon as we jump on. Our Boston correspondent, Blackhart in the building. Sir.
Smoking that heat pack.
Yo, this is that South Miami Beach pack, man. First and foremost, shout out to my dogs, shout out to my Celtics. Y'all know the gear, y'all know the beads. 4 more games, I get to go to my first Celtics fucking parade. As a grown ass man, by the way. Kudos. But definitely gotta give props to Miami. They was fighting the fuck back. I was sitting on the edge of my seat. Some questionable calls that happened. Some questionable free throws that happened. So that's what kind of made this thing more into my favor. But needless to say, I got my prediction right. Yes, I said Celtics in 7. Y'all laughed at me. Y'all scrutinized me. I took the bullets. I went about my business. They went about their business. Look what happens. We get we get a NBA 2K basketball finals for real this time, in real life, not in the video game. It's going to rock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm smoking on this heat pack tonight. I'm going to join myself in the next few days. And we're going to try to reconvene Thursday. Yes, sir. So, right. Fuck Miami. Fuck Frenchie, bitch ass nigga.
That game
anytime when his heat won, oh, he gave it to me. He gave it to my black
French.
ass.
I can't have you in the comments. French. Where are you? Where are you?
Smoking that heat pack, boy.
The officiating in this game is fucking bad.
It's 1:30 in the goddamn morning. I'm wide the fuck awake because the AEW Double or Nothing as well, man. That was an overstimulated pay-per-view to watch.
Well, on the game, Dylan, what was as soon as the game started, the first thing I said about the game was, it's a Scott Foster game. Somebody's going to be mad at the end of this game. It was the first, as soon as I saw it was him, I was like, oh, no.
And you know who's mad at it? The fucking Heat fans. Heat fans are mad at that, man. Because, man, they took that 3 away, and we look at that last possession a little different.
Yeah, I seen that replay that they did with the shot and how the back of his heel was right on the out of bounds line. I said that reminded me of the KD shot from the previous playoff season the year before, where the top of his foot was right on the line, and they marked it after 2, and that screwed them up against that 76ers team that they was facing that year.
No, it's the Bucks.
I mean, the Bucks. Yeah,
Game 7.
I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one because, man, you're looking at a 1-point game off of that possession instead of Jimmy chucking it, which that shot's not a bad shot, right? It's a bad shot when
I
you're
didn't think it was a bad shot.
Jimmy Butler shooting that shot because he's also not a
Man,
great 3-point shooter, but this Jimmy Butler that we've seen who's hitting 40 plus twice, 35 tonight, 29 in game 2, like, if anybody could have made that shot, it was Jimmy Butler, and he tried to. Mike said, or who I remember who said in the group chat best was like, "Yeah, what a time to try to kick down that superstar door, huh?"
yeah, I did. He tried to just kick down the "I'm a superstar" door, and unfortunately, he missed. But I didn't think it was a bad shot when you look at it.
And he didn't miss terribly.
No, it was just little. It was short, and it was probably short because he played the entire game.
The entire Jimmy Butler doing that Jimmy Butler thing, where he reminds everybody that he's a fucking dog, and will play every second of a game to make sure you remember that he's a dog. The full 48, 13 for 24 too, like not even bad, but 1 for 4 from 3. So 25%, which is more of a Jimmy Butler kind of stat to begin with, but that's also
French. I can get you in here. I don't know if you have a way of getting your email to me, but we can definitely get you in here right now. Email or
speak
phone
your
number.
piece.
I don't know if you got mine. I think you have my number, French. If you have my number, text me. But
Speak his piece.
yeah, I didn't think it was a bad. Horford was backpedaling. Like, it was a wide open shot. It was a wide open. It was a wide open 3 in transition. Should he have went to the
Some of the
hole?
shots that
Maybe,
he was
but they
taking
wasn't
Marcus
calling
Smart was
nothing.
taking was suspect. Some of the shots that Marcus Smart and Al Horford were taking were suspect. Those were costly shots. If it wasn't for the bounce back and in certain rebounds that we had gotten back, that could have went a whole other way. This would never even happen in the first place. That's just me saying this shit because I got scared as fuck when he came to that third quarter stretch, and then you see Al Horford sitting in the corner like he had like a fabulous look, and he misses. Damn, bro. Normally times like those, you be raining those type of shots in the third quarter. Those is normally his time that he starts building up the buckets and shit. But somehow, coincidentally, we didn't get it this time around. Tatum too, man. Tatum, he was.
Well, Marcus Smart missed some shots. He's got a hit. Just want to jump in. French, check your email because I did send you the link. But
yeah, Marcus Smart going 8 for 22 and 3 for 10 is exactly the type of thing that I always talk about, where Marcus Smart kind of forgets who he is.
Yes,
and tries to take a million shots to keep the Celtics in games, but almost shoots them out of games. Why is Marcus Smart taking more shots than everybody on the team?
Because he's not afraid to take those shots.
He's not afraid to take those shots, but like, he shouldn't be taking more shots than Jason Tatum.
No, absolutely not.
And guess what? Against a team like the Warriors, he can't be the one taking those shots.
No,
and it's exactly what Golden State's going to try and make him do.
They're going to make him be the one that takes those shots. You're going to have the one scorched earth game where Marcus Smart is just bananas and makes everything that he shoots, but that's not going to happen a ton.
Cyrus already off to that start. Yo, did you see that other group bubble? Already, like, I was like, oh good God, I'm gonna hear about this shit in the morning. Just watch. Moment when I wake up, tweets galore.
But Boston's going to have to play a team that can match them offensively, firepower, for the second time in the series, but first in the playoffs. But the first round doesn't really count because we got that ass beat. So we were the only team that could have kept up with them offensively. And we only lost that series by 16 points. Everybody else really hasn't been able to do that. Miami has shown that they couldn't keep up offensively. And if Jimmy's not scoring 45, where's everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bam had a good game. But
Finally.
he's out of the 7 games played, I think he's had like 3 good games.
Well, let's break down the Heat. we do have live from Miami, our Miami Heat correspondent French is here. He has dialed into the show. Let's bring him in.
Hey, y'all ain't
We
gonna get
love
no
it.
no
French, you
no
there? Can you
video.
hear me?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. You hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We get the
Loud,
audio, no
loud
video.
and clear, fellas. Yo,
Y'all right, go back. Go ahead. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
okay. Yeah. Hey, fellas. First and foremost, Blackheart, great game tonight, bro. Great game tonight, bro. Great series. You feel
Great,
me?
man, listen, great comment that you guys were trying to pull on us, though, man. Like I said, I was on the edge of my seat.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
was too, bro. Hey, look, I've been in this car driving from Connecticut all day, and I watched the game. I'm just like, oh man. But since I got the pleasantries out the way, Boston and Boston didn't win this series. Miami lost the series. First and foremost, you feel me? In Jimmy Butler, we trust. I'm gonna start at the shot. Great shot. You feel me? Great shot. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care about what Jimmy Butler's 3-point percentages are throughout his career. That stop and pop in Al Horford's face was going to be the most disrespectful shot of the playoffs this year, and that's all we needed in our lives. You feel me? Um, you know. But in all seriousness, we really did lose this game. Boston tried to give it away in the second quarter
They
and
did.
in the fourth
They
quarter.
did.
I mean, they really tried to give it away. Um, I honestly, besides Jason Tatum, Boston didn't really. I mean, not even Tatum. Tatum didn't really have a great shooting night per se. I mean, he shot 9 of 21. That wasn't terrible. He did hit a lot of timely shots. There were times in the game where we were down just a few points, and then Jason Tatum just slaps a three in somebody's face, and I'm looking around like, well, I want to say somebody get a hand up, but there was a hand in his face. So
There was one three. I forgot whether it was in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter where he literally at the buzzer just took a step back three in Struce's face, who couldn't have defended it any better.
are you talking about the one he was fading to the left?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, yes, I remember that.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Struce literally couldn't have defended that any better. It was just like, that's a great shot.
It was such a great shot, and shots to is it Derek White? I think, right? No,
Yep.
I'm saying
Yes.
yeah, Derek White, the backup point guard. Shots to that guy. Besides Jimmy Butler's, like him playing Jimmy Butler, that guy showed a lot of damn heart. The whole series, I can appreciate players like that. Shots to Marcus Smart. He's the only reason this shit went 7 games for us because he was terrible this whole series. You feel me? I know he's injured, but he was terrible, bro. He honestly, if y'all didn't put Marcus Smart, and I forgot what game it is, y'all probably would have closed the series out in 6 or 5. But Marcus Smart did everything he could to help us extend the series. Shots to Al Horford. He has made a mortal enemy out of me. You feel me? Um, shots to the Williams brothers, Time Lord and not Time Lord. You feel me? Um,
Time
you
Lord and
know,
not Time Lord.
you feel me? Those two guys. The light skinned Williams. He's
Grant.
he's he's a he's a beast. Yes,
I
I'm
hate
sorry.
him.
He's a beast. He has. There's a lot of plays where I watch him do stuff, and I'm just like, he just looks so awkward out there because he's big and bulky, but he can move. You feel me? But he did great, man. It was honestly, all in all, bro, it was a really great series. I know people really didn't like the blowout in one game from one team, and then the next game that other team blows out, and people didn't like it, and that's cool. But great series. Next, I gotta say this too. Shots to Bam for showing up. We finally got him for a second game. I know y'all was just talking about that right now, but um, and the things with Bam, which was really tough. We didn't really call plays for him earlier on in the series, which was tough. Tyler Hero missing essentially 4 straight games. It
That hurt.
it put a big, like, it messed up Bam's offense because Bam and Tyler, that's that like the big scoring nights that we used to have during the season. It was a lot of Bam and Tyler doing pick and rolls, or something of that nature, and so when Tyler goes down, Bam is not much for Bam to do, but you're seeing more aggressiveness from him today, which was a bright spot for me because that's something I can look forward to. Strus with the big 3-pointer. Love that guy. I still want him to shoot the ball. I love Max Strus. Thank you, Blackheart. Your team cut him, and now he's about to be a Heat lifer. You feel me? It's gonna be 10 years later. We're gonna treat him the way we treated Shane Battier. But yeah, and honestly, more importantly, real talk. This is the one thing that I'm gonna say, and it's not gonna be a backhanded compliment. Shout out to your damn coach, bro. He coached those boys up. You guys went into halftime with a big problem. You guys were fouling on everything, and you guys were kind of getting sloppy with the ball again. Y'all came out at halftime with like a desperation, and y'all came out and y'all built that lead up, and we cut it down again. But your coach, thank God Brad Stevens stepped up. You feel me? Because if not, you guys would have been out in the last round. You feel me? If y'all had Brad Stevens, y'all would have been gone in the last round. But his name is Udoka, right? Udoka.
Yeah, Udoka.
Udoka. Shouts to that man. He's propelled y'all to the finals, and honestly, I believe in him enough that I think he can get y'all through the getting deep tissue and new room massages. You feel me? They all been like cheating on their wives and shit, so they about to come into this finals fresh. But
I've been saying since the first series that once Boston got out of Brooklyn, I was like, yeah, Ime Udoka is a significantly better coach than literally everybody that's not named Spo in the Eastern Conference. And then once it got there, I was like, all right, well, Boston's got more talent on there and just almost as good of a coach as Spo. Let's see what they can do. And they're literally the reason I've been saying this after that loss. I was like, Miami's going to the NBA Finals. Not Miami. Boston's going to the NBA Finals. And I stuck with that. I rode with it, and here they are.
Yeah, because he definitely outcoached them in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely outcoached in Milwaukee.
Oh, but I mean, I can outcoach Budenholzer. You feel me? Like we're not.
It's not hard.
We just gonna put him aside. But no, honestly, I don't really think. I mean, okay, granted, as far as the two superstars go, yes, the Boston Celtics are more talented. But honestly, I think once you get past the two superstars, it's not that lopsided. I really, like I said at the beginning of the series, this is
it's a mirror.
Is attrition. Mm-hmm. This is a series of attrition. Whoever can stay healthiest the whole time is gonna win the series. And I mean, Boston isn't. I wouldn't call them healthy, but they are healthier than the Heat right now.
Now they get some time. They got till Thursday to rest Time Lord a little bit, see how he does in this series. I don't know. I don't really know how. I think so.
That would benefit them if they could go home to Boston and just sit in Boston till Thursday. That would benefit them a lot, right? Instead of having to
Golden
fly
State's
out
the home team.
Oh, damn. Well then, yeah, that's tough.
Golden State's the home team. So I don't know how much. Like, I'd like to say right now, Time Lords would be like a huge factor in that series, but I honestly don't know how much it's going to be in this series because Golden State's not this big, just driving to the bucket team. They can be, but I don't know.
And I think we're gonna find out.
And then honestly, his health too.
Even if Golden State was like, they're not a big driving to the basket team, but I don't think that's gonna affect Time Lord's effectiveness on the court.
If they switch him like they do Rudy Gobert and just let Steph cook him.
But that's the thing. Because Time Lord's not a Rudy Gobert type. I mean, he's big and he's a rim protector, sure, but he knows how to move his feet.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would like to see how they attack that matchup and render and how if they can render him like not playable.
I mean, he can move his feet, but we're not gonna like.
We're not gonna sit here and say he can stay in front of Steph.
You can't stay in front of Steph. He can't stay in front of Jordan Poole. Like,
so that's where it's like I want to see how they attack Boston's defense because we saw Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart really not be great defensively in this series because nobody really was great defensively. It was either really bad shooting nights or lopsided victories. So it's like even tonight, where like the guys he's supposed to be guarding, if he was guarding Jimmy Butler and they were off and on, like Jimmy Butler still had fucking 35. Like you can't get mad at that. It's just there's nobody else like Kyle Lowry. We're gonna really spend time guarding Kyle Lowry coming off of the hamstring injury.
Off of the hamstring, he's got one leg
and he's got 15. Like he wasn't really forced to play too much like actual defense this series. Next series, everybody's got to play defense because you got the biggest dynasty in basketball in a long time. Rested. That's a tough ask for a young team in their first finals appearance.
Are they up
first finals appearance?
With nobody on that team.
The last appearance that we was in 2010.
Yeah. And nobody on this team has any NBA Finals experience in Boston.
Wait, didn't Al Horford never made the finals?
No, this is his first year.
Into that LeBron train.
Yeah, the best chance they had was like that 60-win Hawks team that got beat the fuck up in the first round.
Conference finals.
That 60-win Hawk team was like when Toronto was winning 60 wins with DeRozan and Lowry. Like we knew they weren't doing nothing.
Yeah, but that was his best chance. And yeah, there's nobody on this team. Meanwhile, they still have championship DNA all up in Golden State. And they got the coach that's been there to do it the whole time. That's where it's like usually if I'm picking coaching matchups based off talent and stuff, like I have to pick Steve Kerr. Like it's hard to go against Steph and Kerr. And Clay might show up.
Might is the key word there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with Golden State. Golden State has a lot of weapons.
A lot is a stretch.
And I'm really interested to see how Wiggins plays in this series because Wiggins defensively is going to be needed.
Needed. If he can't occupy either Jalen or Jason, like it's gonna. I really don't think I don't think Golden State is that much greater than Boston. I think they have a good system set up. They play defense, they play offense, but they have some issues over there too. Like I know people are like praising the Warriors right now, but let's just pump our brakes a little bit and let's just review their path to the finals. The only tough matchup they had was kind of tough was what? Denver, right?
I guess
that's what I'm saying. They haven't had a strong path to the final. Like they haven't had to beat.
Boston has had the toughest path, but like if you go back and you look at any of Golden State's like title runs, who they faced, this is literally what happens.
They are the
injured
Patriots
team
of the
after
NBA.
injured team after injured
team. They are
team.
the Patriots of the NBA, and then they get to the finals, and they just have to play good for one series, and they're the champions.
What was it in their 2015 run? They didn't play a single starter.
They didn't play a healthy point guard. Yeah, they didn't play a healthy point guard.
Mike Conley out, Chris Paul out, Tony Parker out, and then they got to the NBA Finals. Out. Kyrie Irving out.
Like, bing, boom.
Kind of right.
Like it just be like that, and that gives them the confidence to go in there and just be like, we'll just ball.
Like,
so it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, I'm gonna save it for Tuesday's show, but I think the key.
I need to ponder on it more.
Hey, I'm gonna sleep on it. I have an idea of how I'm leaning.
Sleep on it,
but Boston needs to make shots. if Boston makes shots, this is a very interesting series.
Because we know there's a guy in 30 who will make shots.
Mm-hmm.
And then
But I do think
there's also another couple of people that can make this similar shots too. You gotta
no, we're saying, but Boston needs to you guys have to be able to keep up offensively, right?
Yeah,
there's been games where Tatum can't afford to have a bad game. You can't let
Steph Curry try to facilitate the ball to the others. That's how they get going.
Tatum cannot afford to have these bad games.
Put them on the ball. That's another story.
Because there's 3 games in this series where Tatum was just bad. And then there's the same thing for Jaylen Brown. There's 3 games where he was just fucking bad. They cannot have those games. Like, that's a tough ask.
Because I believe Boston is going to play defense.
Mm-hmm. I also believe
they might have a game where they get ran off the floor. They might have one where they get ran off the floor where Golden State just doesn't miss anything. But
this is the first team I
Boston's
think
going to play defense in this series. So the key to me is they have to
score.
That would
be the number one thing. You have to make sure that score is low bearing. You cannot give them any type of 15-point deficit already there for you to fight back from it. All they got to do is just launch our firepower.
This is the first team that I think
the main formula in order
make those shots.
Try to neutralize these Warriors. I mean, this particular Warriors team. Now that they're going small, you got Draymond playing as the 5, and the only second tallest one is what you say the other day,
Kevon Looney.
Exactly, and he's been playing almost phenomenal for the last series.
He's been great
on that one. So.
He's been great, but the thing is, Draymond can play the 5 in these series. We gotta
really go to our bench though, and those players right there that comes off the bench has to be the X factor.
Grant and White have to
really become the dividend between the two teams.
Derek White has to be able to neutralize Jordan Poole,
right,
or match what Jordan Poole is doing.
So
because Jordan Poole could give you 30 off the bench. And you're not going to have many games like Derek White had the other night where he had, 28?
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen.
It's still, like, the fact that Boston still lost that game was wild to me. Because that was just a failed, like, you got the game out of your role player that you needed and you couldn't pull it out. That's tough, especially at home. But this is the first series where it's like, this is the best they're going to get firepower-wise. This is the best Boston's played, like the best offense they've played. And they're the one team that if Boston is closing out the way they're closing out in all these series on 3-point shots, they're still going to take them and they're probably still going to make them.
So
because that's just
Boston
how.
Do?
So it's like, and that's what you have to face when you have guys like Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Poole, Damian Lee. Like, name your next guy off the bench, Moses Moody, if he's going to be playing, or fuck it, Kuminga, because they go deep. They'll go 9 deep on their bench.
It's going to be very interesting.
And
like
Boston's been going at the most 8.
Dice. You might see Dice this next series. He might be able to get on but he can't do pick and roll. Steph is going to cook him. Steph's going to cook him. So we might not see Dice. But we said it. The Williams brothers are going to be the key to this series.
Grant has to play.
They have to play well because they have to make Golden State put their bigs on the floor. Because if Golden State's able to run Draymond at the 5, you're going to be in trouble because they're going to run Steph, Clay, Poole, Wiggins, and Draymond, and that is a scary lineup. That's a scary lineup. Like,
I think Ime
I don't
is
know
good
what
enough
they
coach
do
to try to figure that what they're going to do at the center. But if they can't play Time Lord and they have to play Horford and then Tice, it's going to be a rough series.
It's going to be
because,
rough.
Again, Tice is going to get cooked if he's on the perimeter. Horford will hold his own, because he's been holding his own every round on the perimeter against great perimeter players.
Shockingly.
But, like, you can't ask that from him all the time. He's also old. That fountain of youth could be running up at any time.
When is it going to run?
And I hope it doesn't. I really like Al Horford. He's the only Dominican player in the league. Like, got to stay up for your guys. But, tough.
F Al Horford. Hey, look, and real quick, I just want to say, y'all making some really great points, but I think with this series, for even more than health, I think it's gonna come down to how the refs call the game. Because if Boston can play that rough style the way they've been playing, I think they can. I think they can pack. I think they could pack Golden State up in 6 if they playing like that. Because at the end of the day, I know people saying Clay's back, but Clay ain't 100%.
Clay ain't
Clay's
100%.
Clay's playing like at 85% right now.
But he'll still give you that one Clay game that's enough to
Yeah,
like steal
and
momentum.
then Curry is getting older, and if you bang him up, it'll mess up his shot, and if he's banged up, then obviously he plays different, and that whole offense starts to run different. And if they let the game play out like this series, because pretty much the refs let this series get as rough as both teams wanted it, and you seen what happened there. So if the refs let it get to that, I think I think Boston will fare well. If they don't let that rough style go off, and they give that finesse ass team over there in Golden State all the calls they want, well then I think it's a wrap for Boston.
It's home cooking, man. Home cooking at its finest. And
Oh,
both
yeah.
teams are going to get it. And it's just a matter of how bad is it going to be. And who's going to steal home court for it first. That's all I can see. Who's going to steal home court first?
Hey, I'm still screaming Jimmy Butler in 7 throughout the whole finals.
Hey, listen, man, he's been loyal ever since, man. I cannot correct you for that. Not 1 second. So
yeah,
listen. Jimmy Butler was one of the anchors in this series that got the 7 fucking games anyway. Do or die, So I got to tip my hat off to Jimmy because of that. You know what I'm saying? He's really progressing into that superstar that everyone's been overlooking and overshadowing because of his demeanor and how he was on previous teams. But now with the one team that he was on, got to the finals in the bubble and got your team to the Eastern Conference Finals, phenomenal. So
I appreciate the flowers, bro, because listen, I watched a lot of
I'm gonna give my roses to Pat Riley. He's the one he's the one that I should be really appreciating.
The Godfather.
The Godfather. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And not real talk. The media, they have killed Spo for decision making. You guys have kind of questioned some of his decision making, like playing Oladipo in certain time periods, or just little switches and defensive play callers, offensive play calling. But I tell you, man, I will live and die by what Jimmy and Spo do. You feel me? So whatever decisions they make with, I'm happy. Like real talk, I'm not even upset right now, bro. I'm so proud of my boys. I have supreme respect for Boston. I will always talk crap about your Celtics though, but I really genuinely earned like the respect of that. Like they earned my respect, bro. Like those guys, I mean, they never ever gave up. The only person I don't respect is Pritchard. Pritchard is on my shit list for the rest of his life and my life. You feel me? He's sharing the win for my boy Jimmy's knees, but that's another day for another story. We just gonna talk about what happened today. You feel me? Today, Miami took the L. You feel me? And Boston. When's the last time they went to the finals? 2009.
2010.
Okay, it's been a little bit. But yeah, they deserve it. I think, like I said, man, I don't see Golden State being too big of a problem for Boston. I think this is gonna be another, at least 6 games. You feel me? I know y'all doing y'all predictions on Tuesday, probably or something like that. But I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't know if I want to be on there Tuesday talking about the Warriors and the Celtics. You feel me? I don't even think I'm gonna get another invite. You feel me? Until like a Yankees talk or something. So you feel me? I'm gonna just throw my prediction in Boston in 6. You feel me? I'm gonna just throw that in there. You feel me? Fuck Golden State. I don't like nobody over there. You feel me? Yeah, Boston in 6.
Well, like I said, I respect that take because I really believe that if at the beginning of the year I told you or any Miami fan that it would be Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, you'd be down 2 and Jimmy Butler was coming down with the ball and he took a 3, you would sign up for that any day of the week because you would think, because I know I would think that Jimmy's going to make that shot. And he just missed.
Dude,
That's it.
My wife was watching the last 15 seconds with me and she asked me, "Are you upset?" And I said, "No." You know, I'm like, when I grew up a Kobe fan, and Kobe took 30 shots a game, and 28 of them were bad shots. But he made, but he made 14. But he made 14 out of 30. I can't be mad at the 16 that he missed. He made the 14 bad shots, but he missed 16 of those bad shots too. So it's the same thing in this situation. You feel me? We've run our offense the way we've run our offense all year. We've lived by the three and we've died by the three, and we lived on our defense and died on it. And more importantly, we've lived on the back of Jimmy Butler. And so, if that's how Jimmy wanted to do it, if that's how he wanted to do it, if he wanted the dagger, you feel me? Don't you feel me? I feel like Jimmy missed because Mike Breen wasn't calling the game. Because I feel like if a bang was coming right after that, Jimmy would have made it. Jimmy would have made the three. You would have heard the bang. You feel me?
That would have
We'd
been
good to
epic.
go. It would have been
That
epic. You feel me? But yeah,
that bang would.
I
If
live.
Jimmy had made
Yeah.
that shot, oh man, Dylan, y'all wouldn't have been able to tell me shit. They could have got swept in the finals. You wouldn't have been able to tell me shit about Jimmy Butler no more if he had made that
Yeah,
shot.
bro.
But it was
Yeah.
I was kind of rooting for Miami to win because I wanted Anthony to buy you 2 bottles of tequila.
Oh,
I was willing to throw me being
yeah,
right away for Anthony
this shit.
to pay up.
Hold on. Speaking of, how is this man still ducking me? This is like my 4th episode, and I have not seen him. Yo, Blackheart's been here with me for like 3 episodes. You feel me?
Oh,
Like,
I can't.
and I never even had smoke for Blackheart. This was just kind of a rivalry because our teams were playing. You feel me? I got real smoke for Anthony. You feel me? And he's just ducking.
And I actually show up. Shit. I took the time out there to be around for the whole damn series.
I'm
That's what I'm
not sure
saying,
if
man.
Anthony's going to be
I was
on
everywhere.
Tuesday. He might be on. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of worked out that way.
Hey, look, it's all good, bro. I just keep making notes, bro. It's okay. The list just keeps getting longer. Hey, you know what? This what I'm gonna do for you, Podcast Poppy. Because I be taking notes. I'ma just start writing down the time of what I'm taking a note of, and I'ma just send you all my notes so that you can make that compilation. So that compilation's a little easier for you. You feel me?
I appreciate that.
You feel me? Cause yo, real crap, y'all episodes drop.
Oh.
You feel me? I be in people's houses installing security systems with my headphones on, so I be hearing all the stuff y'all be saying. And sometimes I be missing stuff, but most times I be like, yo, did he just say that? And then I'll be like, hold on, I gotta finish doing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start writing them time slots down.
Write it down, make my life easy, and then we can just get busy. And then I'll just have clips ready.
I will tell you this though, French. We did throw the Yankees chalk talk to the team, and they were very excited. So we definitely are going to be doing that.
Oh, that's gonna be fun, bro. You know, I'm here. You feel me? I'm a lifelong Yankee fan, bro. Baseball is the one sport where I do not have multiple teams. I just got big brother and little brother. You feel me? We keep it in the same city. It's Mets and Yankees. It's big brother, little brother. You feel me? And the Mets is just, I gotta represent the hometown team too. But I'm a Yankee guy all the way. So we gonna talk some stuff.
Even though Mets fans won't reciprocate that.
Exactly, Mets fans
it's
absolutely
okay.
refuse.
Hey, look, bro. It's you know how little siblings are. You feel me?
I am
They
the little
can't.
sibling. All I know.
You know what I'm saying? They can't give it up. They gotta stand their ground. You feel me? So I get it. You feel me?
That Yankees chalk talk is going to be fun because we're all Yankee fans, but we're all different kind of Yankee fans, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You're not invited, Blackheart. Red Sox fans are not invited.
Right, I was going to that. We said all. I was like, all. Like, yeah, I did not know that he knew about me that fast.
But yeah, I mean, so I mean that's I'm good. I don't know about you guys. I mean, this was a great series. This has been fun.
But, I can only hope that we get the same type of series for the finals.
Like same type of series like tonight was.
A tough, like close. Every game's within 10 without being any blowouts. Just give me good basketball and I'll be all set.
Like I can live with one blowout, but I can't have like
We
3,
can't have
4,
every other
5.
blowout. No.
Yeah.
If this series is gonna go 7, like one blowout for each team. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
NBA gods.
Real quick, because before we sign out, I want to ask y'all: over or under 1.5 technical fouls for Draymond Green
Over.
for the series? Over? You think so?
Actually, no. Under.
I think he might keep himself composed. That's why I asked. 'Cause I know Draymond has a track record,
For
but
Tex.
I don't know.
Actually, no. Tex. Yeah. Give me the over. Give me the over.
I might take the under still.
What was he said?
I
1.5.
1.5. I might
Yeah.
take
Give me
that
the over.
under.
Give me the over.
I might take that under.
He'll get
Because
one. He'll
Draymond
get
is-
one in game 1. I guarantee it. I put money down right now that he gets one game 1, and then probably again in game 3 or 4.
I was just gonna say game 3 and maybe like a game 5 type of thing.
Because
You know what I mean?
if you don't think
Yeah.
they're going into TD and he doesn't get
Because I
one,
know
you're
when he
crazy.
doesn't, something's gonna happen. And it's just Smart's gonna try to start some shit with him. Like I can just feel it in the air.
Actually, better question: who has more technical fouls, Marcus Smart or
Draymond.
Draymond.
Because here's the thing:
No buckets.
Draymond uses his reputation to his advantage a lot, where it comes to screaming at referees. So there's two sides of the Draymond reputation coin. It's the he's a dirty player, kicks dudes in the nuts, pulls people to the floor, blah blah blah. And then there's the good side of it where he'll talk all this shit to the refs, they'll hold their whistle, they'll tee him up once, but then he has to free pass the rest of the game to say whatever the fuck he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw it. I think it was game 2 against the Mavs. He got a tech early, and then he was pretty much just screaming at the refs all game. Got into a little altercation with Reggie Bullock in what would normally be a double technical situation. Reggie Bullock got a tech, and Draymond didn't because he already paid his fine to those refs by getting that first tech so he could play the rest of the game because the refs don't want to make it seem like they have an agenda to push him out.
Which they kind of do.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But he gets a little bit more leeway to just be telling refs to go fuck themselves if they miss a call. So, and then especially when you go into that first game in Boston where that crowd is going to be hyped and ridiculous and the refs are going to be doing some questionable calls because it's home cooking. Boston's going to have home cooking. Golden State's going to have home cooking. And he's going to be like, hey, that's bullshit. And they're like, oh, yeah, bullshit? That's the T, buddy. Get in your car. T.
It's Southie, not Southie. Yo, you see that little fly that someone posted up another shit behind you on game 6? But I just was like, this is Southie, not South Beach. I was rolling.
In your car, buddy. Hey,
like, yo, like you know my own hometown, B. Yo, what's good, Southie? We in the building, bitch.
So it's gonna be interesting. Give me the over.
Yeah, I'm a black Irishman, so don't.
I only take the over if the series goes longer than 5.
I would take the over if it was a sweep. He'll get one in the beginning, and then you tell me in that elimination game he's not doing everything in his power to fucking get kicked out of that shit or fight someone. He's getting a second tech in a sweep.
I can see that. I'm gonna take the under on Draymond though. I don't think he respects Boston enough, and if they pack Boston up, I don't think Draymond gonna be worried too much about screaming or anything.
Because I don't think he got one against Dallas, right?
No, he did.
Actually, you know what? I got Boston in 6, so give me the over. Yeah, give me the over.
He got one game 2. I don't know about the rest of the series, but he got one game 2 and almost got kicked out in that Reggie Bullock fight.
So,
Blackhart,
are you joining us on Tuesday?
I gotta work my first. I gotta work.
You did tell me. Yeah, you did tell me that. So, I mean, you can make your prediction now. I mean, we know who you're gonna pick.
Yeah,
but Celtics 6 for some weird reason. I was really gonna go with 7, but then again, to go back to Golden State to do it, that's too much to ask for. I'm just stick with 6.
Okay.
So that's
right. Well, me and Dylan will save our picks.
No, I think if game 2 is on Saturday, I got Saturday off. So if game 2 is on Saturday, actually no, wait a minute. Final starts on so game 2 will be Saturday.
I think you're right. Game 2 will be Saturday.
So I'll definitely be here for game 2 then.
Mike and I can start sleeping again.
Me and Dylan gonna be well rested. Come into these finals.
I bet you are, motherfucker.
Can't wait.
But
Damn one.
yeah, we will be here for Tuesday. We're gonna sign off French. I know you can't see me, but I'm actually throwing it to you for the first solo. Uh, since you don't have a picture, we're just gonna leave the group picture up so you can talk. But yeah, take us away, French. Take us away.
Actually, give him the one. I'll put a picture of Jimmy Butler up.
You already know, Mr. No Socials and Jimmy We Trust.
That was short and sweet.
The Jimmy Butler picture is up for 30 seconds.
We're just gonna leave this here for a second, Dylan, just to leave it.
Just so I can get more of Jimmy Butler up in the bottom.
Just more of Jimmy Butler up there.
And Jimmy we trust.
I got children crying in the background. That's why I was sweet and short and sweet. You feel me? And Jimmy We Trust.
Oh.
Well, let's go to our victor, Blackheart.
Listen, Boston on Big Bell. Blackhart, OTTR, we're on vacation, bitch. So I can throw on my shades. I can wash myself to play a few more games. And after that, I'm a busybody for the summer, baby. Trying to get this body up. You know what I'm saying? But needless to say, yeah, keep supporting these guys. Because these guys are buffoons, but I fuck with these motherfuckers. Make sure that you go support our podcast as well, Off the Top Roast Podcast. You can find us wherever that you get your audio podcast from, but the video version of it we'll have on Facebook, Twitch, and Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And check out the website too, offthetoproastpodcast.wordpress.com as well. Get us some merch, bonfire.com, Teesprings, and Deco Slides. Get yourself some slides this summer, man. Kick out with style. Yo, go Celtics. Go, bitch.
The mad producer.
It's bedtime. It's time to go night. It's 2:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I got a parade to march in tomorrow.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I got to march to my son's fucking baseball. They said, "Oh, Little League Baseball's got to march," and I'm a coach, so I got to march with these fucking kids.
Oh wow!
So fun times. Underscore podcast Poppy underscore on all social media platforms. Appreciate all the listeners. Mike and I will be getting more sleep, so we'll be able to pop out better content because I don't want to fucking kill myself every night. So we'll be good. But yep, thank you all. See you next time.
Yes. Yeah, I got a lot we got going on. We're gonna sleep eventually. I'm not gonna sleep much. Then I gotta drive 10 hours in like 8 hours. But thank you to all of our listeners for joining us tonight and throughout these playoffs. This has been fun. We're not done yet. We still got our finals coverage that we have to go through. Join us Tuesday. We're going to be shooting our NBA Finals preview show. We are going to have, I think, like 3 or 4 special guests on for that show. Hopefully, we'll have a full panel. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to break down this series. We're going to make our picks. Hopefully, we can get some bets in. It's going to be a fun show. We're going to be live, keeping this going after every finals game. I may do a pregame show, but I'm not in the mood, not feeling it. We'll see. But our post-game lives are going to be expanding for the finals. We're going to be on Twitch like we've been on all these times, but we will also be on our YouTube page and on my Facebook Live if you're friends with me on Facebook, if I know you. So we will be on all 3 of those simultaneously for post-game live for the finals. Follow me on the socials, IAM_MBJ on the socials. I got to thank Anchor, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, StreamYard, YouTube, all of it. However you get us, we appreciate it. Shout out to Terrell. Shout out me, Rel, Dylan. Breeze went to the Yankee game this week.
I'll post a couple videos in there for the pod.
It was a good time. And yeah, man, we've just been enjoying it. We've been having fun doing this. Me and Dylan are tired, but we're here. and we're gonna finish out these finals strong. We're gonna finish it out strong. I'm gonna definitely put up this like, share, subscribe graphic because I didn't, just so you can see it one more time. And yeah, I mean, other than that, we are here. It's late, and we will say good night. Congratulations to the Celtics.
Let's go Yankees.